not let anything delay, because you never know what's really going on, and or how long something's actually going to take, or what the real process is going to be. And I think sometimes people have the illusion that everything's going to be a little bit easier than it is.
Welcome back to Live at the Hive. I'm your host, Janice Jokkel, and today I am so super pumped to be able to introduce to you the epitome of what a community connector is here in Medina County. He is, I am honored that he's a thought leader in our business magazine. He does legal lessons for our readers, in addition to really supporting a lot of philanthropy here in Medina County. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Chris, tell our viewers, what do you do?
I am a trust and estate attorney, so that means I help people draft their wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and then I assist them in administering trusts and estates through probate court.
And you're not just in Ohio, but you're in Ohio and Florida.
Correct. I'm licensed to practice in both states, so I can assist the snowbirds with their southern property.
Oh, very cool, very cool. I always wanted to ask you that question, so why not say it on the show? Tell us why Medina. Tell us why Medina, that you've put your seed here in Medina to birth your business.
Okay, so I'm a native. I actually went to elementary school across the street from the courthouse.
Oh.
So I'm a true local. Have lived in Medina Township for pretty much all of my life, except for undergraduate and law school. So
okay. And where'd you do that at?
I'm local. Undergraduate at Denison, and law school at two schools, actually. Started at Capital and finished at Case Western.
So very cool. Okay.
Central and Northeast Ohio.
Yeah. So what do you love about what you do?
So I really enjoy kind of the problem solving from the point that somebody gives you a whole, what they see as a tangled mess, and unraveling it, and helping people sort of get through it, and navigating the court and the bank, which maybe is a little bit more of the work than the court is these days. Helping people get through those things
in a very kind and authentic way, because you are probably the most kindest attorney I've met.
Thank you.
There's a couple of them out there, not many, but you are definitely an expert at what you do. So, what drove you to be in this profession? Like, why estate planning of all things, right?
So I have a neighbor that that had been in Medina County practice for a while, actually almost her entire career, and that was somebody who I didn't really have an interest in doing litigation, though I do a little bit of that now in probate court. But was really sort of, that was an area of law where you could get to the desired results, which doesn't usually happen. Usually lawsuits end up settling, and there's some sort of dispute, and it's typically a little bit less adversarial. Maybe not always, as I've learned, a beneficiary can always start something. So, but that was really
in a positive or a negative.
Can go either way. So,
that's funny.
But yeah.
Good.
Kind of the area where you can get to the desired result, hopefully.
Yeah. And serving your community that you grew up in and live here and so forth is impactful, right?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you do feel a little, there is a comfort. I do still drive through town the way that my bus driver took me. So, and that was, going to the courthouse is still one block, south of the elementary school. So,
How cool. So we always say, we end our show with words of wisdom because that's why people tune in. They learn from us. Connecting community connectors is important to me, but more importantly, sharing your story of why you do what you do. There's all kinds of professions out there that we can walk in, but you've obviously chosen this for a reason, and I think you are an expert at it. And we're honored to have you as a client too. But most importantly, you always buzz in our office and drop these little zingers that are like, oh my God, he just brings it so simply and to the point. And so tell our viewers some words of wisdom.
So I guess some words of wisdom from my world are to not let anything delay, because you never know what's really going on, and or how long something's actually going to take, or what the real process is going to be. And I think sometimes people have the illusion that everything's going to be a little bit easier than it is. And, in our hopefully post-COVID world, we are seeing, with staffing changes everywhere, that, everything takes a little bit longer, and there's a little bit more of an explanation that's required for everything.
Yeah. And I know that I should have probably added this before, but estate planning and doing what you do doesn't have to wait until you retire.
Correct.
It really should happen when you have kids, like when you have a property. Like that whole thing does not happen. The myth is, I'll do that when I retire. Well, there are people that are unfortunately losing their lives at 40 years old.
Right.
And never thought it could happen to them, or something happened. So.
Right. No, we shouldn't wait, especially for the new parents need to do some planning right away, because for if they leave somebody behind that's going to be more difficult. People don't realize how much of it is, being considerate to the relatives that are left to carry on, that a better plan can make things a lot easier for somebody that already has a full-time job. Being an executor is another job. And so if you can make that as easy as possible and set them up for success, that's what you really want.
Yeah, good. Well, thanks. I know you're a very busy man.
Thank you.
And I thank you for buzzing by and giving us your time and sharing, the whole world of estate planning does not have to happen, when you're 55 like I am. So anyways, so on that note, thank you, Chris, for stopping by and sharing words of wisdom. Until next time, until we have our next community connector, thanks for viewing. We really appreciate you. Toodles.
Armstrong is proud to support the community and local businesses. As an Armstrong Business Solutions customer, the team at the BizHive supports their community through Armstrong's high-speed internet connection and reliable service. Watch Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on Channel 100 or visit Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube.